Hello everyone, this is John and welcome to another episode of Yard to Table Appalachian Homesteading. We've got a great episode for you today. We've made some progress and we've learned some things and we've made some mistakes. We also got a critter infestation. We're going to show you what's happened to some of our pepper plants and going to show you what went wrong. Some of the things that we've learned from our mistakes. We learn more from our mistakes than we do our successes, and yes, I'm going to show you some things that went wrong that we used in the garden that was not a good idea. And we're going to show you how to get rid of aphids because we have them. And we're going to go back about 3 days right now and take you to this weekend to when Mary was here and she helped me with the aphid issue, and also she helped me plant I think 144 pepper seeds. And then after we do that, we're going to come back and I'm going to show you the peppers that had the aphids, and I'm going to show you what's growing on in the garden. So guys, get you some coffee, sit back and get ready to enjoy making fun of my mistakes. God bless you all. Hello everyone, this is John and Mary. Welcome to episode 7 of Yard to Table Appalachian Homesteading. And we are starting out today's episode with 2 projects that we're doing here inside the garage. We're going to plant 2 trays of peppers that we're going to hopefully get to sprout before too long. We're going to talk about that, and we've got some pepper plants that we've been growing under lights for the last few days. We've been taking them in and outside, and I come across some grow lights, some more grow lights on Marketplace here locally, and got a good deal on those. So I thought we'd try the grow lights, and then after bringing them inside and putting them under the lights and being able to see them up close, I realize we have a bug infestation of aphids. So we're going to talk about getting rid of the aphids. There were 3 or 4 of these that have it on there, but we're going to probably clean all of them. And we're going to talk about using some Dawn dishwashing liquid, and we're going to do just some lukewarm water. We're going to use 1 teaspoon. And if you want to go ahead and be pouring that in there for us. We're going to mix that with the water, and then we're going to spray these aphids off, and the Dawn dishwashing liquid will kill the aphids. And then after that, see if we can get that to pour in there. We're going to rinse them back off. After about 20 minutes, you need to rinse. You need to wash off the dish liquid on there because it's not good to have the soap on the leaves. It can cause damage to the leaves where they can't breathe right, and some other things probably it would affect. So now we've got that in here, and we have the peppers over here. We got to find the spray nozzle, but it's around here somewhere. And we're going to take these off, and we're going to bring them over here on the ground or on somewhere that we can spray these. And generally we're not wanting to spray them all if they don't have the aphids, because that's going to cause them to maybe get aphids. They've been together now for a few weeks since we bought them, and we've transplanted them into bigger containers than what they originally come to. And they've been growing and doing great. And they're actually starting, some of them, to bud out. And we're going to talk about those buds and why we don't want those buds right now. We want to pinch those buds off while they're small like this. And we're going to talk about that. So first thing what we're going to do is we're going to wash these with a spray bottle, and we're going to get them over here and we'll get a little bit better look at them. All right, so I went and got my glasses on so I can look at them. You're going to find these on the new growths where they're just starting to form new leaves in the center. You look over there, Mary, what do you see? I noticed them once we start putting them under the lighting, I could see them. Over here, I don't see them quite as much as I did when we had them under the lighting over here. So I'm not seeing the issue as bad. It does not show up without the lighting that's under, and that's one of the reasons that I was able to see them. Now, okay, right here. See right in here, these white ones. Let me bring this over here a minute. Right here, right there they are. See them? They're moving. Look at that. See those white ones right there? Okay, guys, they're right in there. You see them? I'm going to try to get the camera and get a closer shot of that. But they're very tiny, and they only showed up due to me putting them under the lighting. If they were still coming in and out in the carts like they were, they wouldn't have showed up. There they are, guys. You can see them crawling all over. The wind's blowing the plant. Come over here, Mary, look at this.
Oh, yeah.
See them?
Oh, yeah, you can really see it. Right there.
Yep. They're just having a good old time, ain't they? Well, it's time for a bath. Now I can force these off with the water, but the soap, you can see the soap right there. See it on the leaves? Now that's supposed to break down their shell, and also I need to wash underneath them. And this is going to, then I want to spray the dirt itself. And let's look for another one. Can you see any?
There's definitely something here on this one.
Okay. So I get this one here. I'll let you spray it.
That looks like eggs.
Yeah, they're a little bitty tiny aphids. They're white, but they're moving. Now you want to do this inside, not in direct sunlight. You want to leave them inside in the shade, or at least in the shade. You might not do them inside, but if you can do them in the shade. So I also think the aphids maybe cause this black right here. I've got to do some more research on that. So not for sure. All right, so we got two cleaned.
Oh yeah, this one does.
This one does. I think this one does. So guys, it's always important to be able to keep an eye on these, because not only are they a problem to the peppers, they continue to spread. And let me look at this one right here just a second and see. I just saw some of it. I don't want to spray it yet until I see them again. I'm pretty sure I saw some on here. Now this one has a bloom in it that we should pinch off. And it's not wanting to come off. There you go. I got it off. Those need to come off because it will make this start flaring out way too early. It will make very few peppers and it will start producing peppers instead of trying to make the plant itself grow, and it'll end up only with a couple of peppers on it. So now I'm pretty sure I saw some on this one, or maybe I pulled the wrong one out. It was on just one of the leaves. And the budding of them out right now is due to stress, most likely. They're stressed from being in these containers. Let's go ahead and spray it. I can't see them, but let's go ahead and spray it. I'm gonna go over here and look again. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna take that little bud off there. And there are gonna be a lot of buds on these. Some of them are still small, but from what I'm learning on the internet, that these little buds here, these little tiny pepper starts need to come off. Not good for them. All right, so we've got 4 that we know that we could see them on. So we don't want to do the rest of them in the fact that if they don't need treating, we don't want to spray this on them in case it does have any effect on them. So we're going to set these over here and let them dry. Now, a magnifying glass is something I'm going to buy because I can tell my glasses are not quite strong enough, and you want to catch these and get this taken care of as soon as possible. Now, if you have these outside, there's another big bud. If you see buds on them, pull those buds out. So if you've got these already planted out in your garden, you're going to want to do this in the evening. You're going to want to spray them probably and let them dry, and then rinse them and let them dry again before dark fall, or maybe in the morning. I'm not for sure when you would do it outside, but you wouldn't do it in direct sunlight. It needs to be a cloudy, shady day, because if you spray this Dawn dishwashing liquid mix on here in direct sunlight, it makes almost like a magnifying the bubbles do effect on the leaves and can cause sunburn, sunspots, sun damage. So do not spray this in direct sunlight. Whether it's better to do it in the morning or at night, I don't know. I know at night a lot of times they don't want to dry good, and you don't
This
want.
one's got it.
Got one on that one? Okay, let's get it out. Set this one down here. And let's look and see where you're talking about.
Right in the...
Oh, I see them, yeah. So they are so hard to see. Standing like this, I don't see them. But let me pull up close on this so you can see. Okay, yeah, I see them right here starting. These must be younger, possibly. They're not quite as white. So this is going to be washed. Let's look at this one. So a magnifying glass would be real handy here. If you see them, leave me a comment. Yeah, I was worried that they had spread to all of them. So yeah, we're being very particular with them. As she's still looking.
Spray my fingers. I don't want to like spread by looking. You know?
Okay, yeah. And once these dry, we'll look them over again and see if we can see live aphids, because you definitely can see them moving around. Very active little critters. They just need a good little bath here. Well, we'll definitely know within a day or two if they get bigger. We'll definitely keep an eye on them. I'm definitely keeping them in here inside.
They're all getting little buds on them though. No.
Down the stem?
Just saw it, yeah.
Okay guys, we're looking at these little spots here where each stem comes off the main stem. This is normal. I looked that up. I thought that might have been caused by the aphids. It's something like a sunburn type thing. It got into a lot of details on it that's not really important. Just don't have to worry about that. So we're going to get ready to start planting the pepper seeds. All right, I forgot that you have a magnifier on most of your smartphones, or you can even take a picture and blow it up. So Mary's checking out the tomato plants that we've got, and you can see her there on her phone. I said I needed a magnifying glass, but I had one in my hand the whole time. I'm very commonly will take a picture of something, then blow it up and look at it. But we wanted to see if they had transferred to the tomato plants, which have been in a separate box. So looks like they're good.
Yeah, I think they're good.
This one's doing pretty good. it's going to be ready to plant here before too long. All right, we found another one that has them, and she only found that because of why?
Because of the magnifier. Because I'd already looked at
We
this
already
one.
looked at it with our glasses on, so aphids. Let me get a close-up on it and show them to you.
Well, yeah, let me find it. Hold on.
You found it on the, what'd you do, take a picture of it?
No, I didn't take a picture of
Using
it,
the
but
light?
I did see it. Right
Oh,
here it is.
they're hard to find once you...
Hold on, let me see if I can turn it. It's in that leaf right there. You see it? Crease.
Right down in there?
Right here, right at my finger, at the bottom of my finger. Right there. See him?
That's not an
At the
aphid.
base.
That's not an aphid.
What is it? It's a bug.
It is, but it's green is what I'm seeing. Let me see here, let me line back up. Let me get some, I had some pliers, I had some needles.
Here.
I see it, that's not an aphid, you got it. Oh, it's moving, get it off there, get it on that thing. We gotta find out what that is. That's a different bug. Unless they get bigger like that. Unless they get bigger like that. Yeah, he got away. He's a green bug. Let's spray. Let's get underneath these here. He might have went down in here. Oh.
Oh.
I don't know where he's at. We need to get him out of there. He looks like he'd be hungry. He'll be eating up some pepper plants. All right, last one. We'll put it over here and let it dry. Now these in here, we haven't.
I'm just scanning these real quick. I'd already looked them over.
I'm seeing this white debris. I'm gonna Google late that and see if that's not those aphids that's dead. And we'll snap a picture of that, and then I'll let you know here in just a second. Yeah, that was aphids, I'm pretty sure. I think they've dissolved. Nothing's moving anyways. So I think that's the debris left from their carcasses.
Right. But what about this white stuff? See those white dots? I just wonder, is that like
That could be
excrement?
feces, yes.
Okay.
So
you could, if that's the case, you could tell them to watch for that. You might notice that before you notice the aphids.
All right, now to plant these pepper seeds while the pepper plants are drying off with the Dawn dishwashing liquid. We're gonna let them dry, then we're gonna rinse that back off of them, rinse them real good. So we have some seeds here that I cut out of a red bell pepper and also some of those mini long sweet peppers, and they kind of just all got mixed together. We've had some failures in gardening so far. Our biggest failure is we lost track of what peppers were what. We had green peppers and purple peppers and different peppers than we had marked the sticks, and then we lost the packages that we'd marked the numbers on. So we're just gonna have surprise peppers this year. They're all sweet peppers so far, and then they also actually make a melody mix that is just a mixture of different peppers. So we're gonna plant these that we had taken out of a fresh pepper. When Dustin and I was camping last time, I always like to take peppers to cook with, and I cut the top off and kept the peppers, and then we had some, actually Mary, go get those little peppers in there. We still got them things we was gonna put in compost. We had these little mini peppers that we used, and we cut those open. And that's been, what, last weekend we did this when you was here?
Yeah.
So yeah, these are not hot peppers, these are sweet peppers, and they're dried out, but they're red and orange. They're very beautiful. And this is one of the projects we're gonna give some of these away next month. We're hoping they'll germinate and pop up, and then we can put them in some little bit bigger cups, and then have a Saturday at our local flea market where we give everybody a free pepper and invite them to grow along with us. So we're growing things and learning as we go. So I guess it's learning as we grow.
Yeah,
So we are going to plant these seeds. They're tiny seeds, pepper seeds are. And we put about a 1/4 inch divot in there with a marker, and we're going to drop them in there, then just barely cover them up. You don't want to put these very deep. And they're very slow. We learned on the first round of the first ones we planted that it takes 7 days minimum, 14 days and maybe up to 21 days on certain species of peppers due to the fact that they are a tropical type plant and they need 75-degree temperature on the soil constant. 70 to 85 degrees, the warmer, the better, up to, maybe 85 degrees. And we also have these humidity domes. And now you're probably not going to want to do 72 plants at one time like we're going to do here, but you might put different things in here to start. So right now is a good time to start. We're going right into the second week of April, and usually after May 10th, we're not going to have no more frost or freeze here in East Tennessee in Zone 7B. So we're going to plant some of these out ourselves, and we've got these starter plants that we bought that we've been growing, and then we have other ones that's come up that we'll show you maybe later in the video. This video will process over a few day period of time of working on things. We're doing this today. This coming week I'll be doing some stuff outside, so this video will accumulate over a few days to get it finished. So right now we don't need the humidity dome on here, but you definitely want to keep this on here until they sprout. And once they sprout, you definitely want to take this off once they start popping up. The humidity dome will give you some idea if you got enough heat and enough water in there, if you got humidity on here. You don't want too much humidity, you want just the right. So it's just a learning process. We've sprouted some, and we didn't have a real good luck with the little Jiffy Pot ones that's supposed to dissolve. They didn't seem to sprout things as good as just putting them in a paper cup. So yeah, we have 2 sets of these. We got 2 of these humidity domes, and we'll go ahead and start. We don't know what's going to pop up in these because these are 2 different varieties, but I'll go ahead. How we're going to do this? Start where we're going to put the seeds at.
This whole tray? Is this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This whole tray will be 72 of these that were fresh peppers that I cut. We're going to see if we can just take pepper seeds because they're very expensive. We'll find out how many we get in one of these packs. And these packs were only $2, but a lot of packs are around $3, and they had about 12 seeds in them. So I've thrown away $10 million worth of seeds on peppers over the years because I wasn't growing them. We'd cut the tops off and throw them away. You go ahead and start dropping one of them in there, and I'm gonna get a close-up of you doing that. Now we're doing this inside because these are so small that the wind would just blow them off the table and they would be gone. Now I know most people double seed these, and so you make sure that it comes up, but we're only going to single seed these and see what type of germination rate we actually get. Now if we have some that don't germinate, we'll probably go back and drop another seed in that pot, but I know there are going to be some comments where people say, well, put 2 seeds to make sure it germinates, but this is more of an experiment and seeing how well these fresh pepper seeds will germinate for us. We've got quite a few other things that's come up, and I've been taking them inside and out every day to keep them from getting cold. Now, I know a lot of people say as long as you keep the frost off of them, they're okay, but the soil temperature being cold will absolutely stunt the growth, especially on the peppers. So I did plant peppers and I did plant tomatoes outside, but I did pull them back up real quick. And the fact that I realized we had some beautiful weather going on. It was 75 degrees at night, or during the day, and at night 60. Then all of a sudden it dropped to where it was going to be 30s in the night for a whole week. But then this coming week, it's warming up again. So it's up and down this time of year. You never know. I'm going to show you some of the carts I use here a little bit later in the video. I use carts to pull some of this stuff in and outside to get the sun during the day. Then the pepper plants for a long time, for a week or so, have been coming inside the kitchen at night, so I can make sure I can keep them at least 70 degrees on the soil temperature. So we're gonna do some different experiments. We'll probably plant some peppers directly into the bed, seed directly up, and see how they do compared to the ones that we have pre-started ahead of time. We're hoping to get a little jump on a few things because we're excited to see things grow. And we can see in here, maybe right there starts.
Yeah,
If you're not for sure and can't see it, go ahead and drop another one in
Okay.
there if you're not 100% sure.
I think I
So this takes a minute to do 72 of them.
those two. For
Now-
sure. Okay, maybe that one.
So this is some of the first times you've actually seen it and seen anything grow, the project we've been working on the past month. So what do you think about seeing stuff come up that you planted?
I think it's great. I've never been able to grow anything. Like, I have killed a cactus.
Kill the cactus.
Yeah. So.
Well, so far, believe it or not, guys, out of everything that we bought on the seed, you know, the seedlings that were already started, the pre-started plants we bought, and they're not cheap. They're like $5 a piece. We have not lost a single one of them. Everything is still alive. We've not lost anything that we've bought. We've had a few situations I thought we was going to lose a couple things, especially a celery, but no, it's come back, and we're doing good. This last one, okay. Now we have all these left over here that we need to package up and mark them, and if these come out and do good,
We have one.
we'll know what these seeds are. So we have this many left over here, Mary. We need an envelope or something to put those in.
Okay.
Let's find something and we'll mark what those are.
Do you have an actual envelope like
Maybe.
this?
All right, guys, so this is what we're going to do. I've got an envelope. It's one of those not self-seal kind, so it's got to be licked on. We might put some tape on it across through here. But we're going to put this in a paper envelope instead of a plastic Ziploc bag because they will mold if they're damp. They can't breathe good. There's lots of issues putting them in anything except paper. So we're going to do these here and keep these because if these germinate, they'll be good for next year. Or we might even start another set of them out. I don't know. It just depends on how they do. We don't know. This is an experiment. We bought these from a big box store, and whether they'll actually germinate or not, we don't know. So you all learn like we do. We'll show you the results of whether they germinated and sprouted or whether they just took up space and taught us a hard lesson. You know, we learn more from our mistakes than we do our successes. So, all right, I'm gonna lick it. All right. So those are put up. We got them put up, and now you want to keep this in a cool, dry, dark space, no whites. So there we go. We got them ready. Now we got to cover these up here a little bit. And now we got heating pads over here for both of these. I bought 6 heating pads originally, and we've been using them to sprout some other things. And we'll show you some of the things that we sprouted a little bit later in the video. Probably in a day or two, we'll be out and about. I will be. Mary is here on the weekend, so there's things I do through the week that I'll show you what we're doing out here. I need to go get some more rotten wood this week, but for the bed, so I don't know if that's going to happen. I kind of doubt it. All right, we got them, so the next one we'll get started on. Do that. All right, now that we've covered them, we're going to put a little bit of pressure on them with the fingers. Mary said we need to make sure, what? Tell them what you said.
To ensure soil to seed contact.
Also, something I did was I watered these days ago. I put the water in the bottom because you don't want to be pouring heavy amounts of water on these seeds like with a water hose or anything, but you want to make sure it's completely wet. So what I did was several days ago, I started putting water in the bottom of these trays, and there's still water in there now. And so that way they're wet and they're watered from the bottom up, and there's no pouring anything in here that would mess or disturb the seeds. So, all right, this is going to go on the first heating pad. All right, that other one behind you, we'll grab it. It'll be next. Oh, wait a minute, we did not put our markers in there. So I already pre-made some markers. Let me find them.
Over here.
We don't want to get these mixed up with the other tray because then we'd have no clue what we were doing. So I marked these as fresh. And I dated them also. I put dates on these sticks this time because I learned that I couldn't remember when I planted them other ones. So I just, you know, I'm like, how long has these been planted? A week, 2 weeks, a month, a year? No clue. So with the dates on here now, I'll know when I planted these. So maybe that'll help. And because we're going to have a bunch of peppers, we just don't know exactly what's what that's coming up. Because we lost our packs that we'd marked. And there's one of the sticks I made for it. And here's the other one I made for it. So I got 2 sticks, one for each tray in case we take them out for some reason. And okay, let's open these up. Now this is the pack. Aren't those beautiful? I think peppers are the most beautiful vegetable. Eggplants are pretty too. And there's certain vegetables I just think's beautiful. Let me know in the comments what you think's beautiful. All right, Mary, let's count these seeds out here and see what we get for $2.
About 40.
About 40, okay. So we got 72 cells to fill here. So 2 packs should do it. All right, let's start putting them in. All right, we're just raking some of the dirt back over again, and then we'll tamp them down just to make sure that there's soil to dirt contact or seed to soil contact. And I said dirt, I used the dirt word again. That's
dirty word.
That's a dirty word. Anyways, I've been asking and researching about the difference in dirt and soil. Soil is alive and dirt's dead. So soil is something that you can grow in, and dirt's something that's good for nothing, apparently. So we're learning a little bit there about it. All right, so now here we go back, tamp them down. And same way on this 72 cell tray is we watered it from the inside, and I watered it days ago to let this water set, and anything that come out of the tap water evaporate hopefully out of it, so be distilled water by now. It doesn't need any water today. Now once I put them on the heat pads, they'll start maybe going through a bit of water, but go ahead and get that, Mary, and we'll set it over here. So these don't have to have light to germinate. It just happens to be where my little stands at that I made. And so let me show you this while Mary's getting that. Go ahead and set that on there, Mary, and I'll show them this little stand and the lights I bought that I know nothing about. All right, so these are the pepper plants that we sprayed with the soapy water. So, all right, so we got to rinse these off. Mary's going to get us a sprayer, a different one. We'll rinse them off over here so we don't get water down in there. But yeah, we've got to put the humidity domes on here.
It already had water in it, so it's probably
okay.
room temperature.
I don't know if these domes are going to work with our little sticks, Mary. Our
You'll have
sticks
to take your stick out and just lay it down for right now.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
On that one, and I'll do this side over here. Yeah, until these sprout, we'll just have to lay these on here. We'll lay them right in the middle of it. One of them. Now, you're not going to set these outside and use them too effectively due to the wind blowing these off. You'd have to tape them on really good, but yeah, you could put them outside with some tape on them. Okay guys, I have this shelf that I've had for many years. It's not a cheap shelf. They're about $125 to $150 depending on how you get them. They are good solid metal coated wire shelves. I do have the cheaper greenhouse shelf that you can buy for around $45, but it's a little flimsy and I couldn't really get enough stuff on it, and I tried to put the lights on it and had problems with that. So I cleared this shelf off over here. It was in the garage area, and I cleared it off and started using it because I found these lights right here. They're called Vipspis. I don't know. Vispar Spectra. No clue. Anyways, they are multi-spectra grow lights, and they might have an app that goes to them. No clue. I've just turned them on. You can see there's multiple colors in them that's supposed to represent the sunlight, but I know nothing about these, so I can't tell you use these, not use these. Right now, these are inside because it's too cold to plant them outside. So I'm wanting to keep them in here, and I decided to do these lights. And then what I do through the day as I walk through here, I'll move these lights around a little bit and change them around. Now, this could be the wrong spectrum of light for growing seedlings or starter plants, because you do have a flowering stage light in the fall that would be a different spectrum, and this might be causing things to bud out like the pepper plants, which the pepper plants wasn't up here, they were under these lights. Now these lights are grow lights also. I bought these on Amazon for $60 something for 4 of them, I think, and they were way too long for the greenhouse that I originally bought, but they work good on here. So I got 2 different spectrums of light. I've got these higher end lights up here that cost, I tell you, I paid $20 a piece for them on Marketplace. Dustin found them, but they're probably $100 plus lights, I'm gonna think. They're 300 watts a piece on these. I don't remember the watting on these lights down here, but these are okay for seedlings. Or things that don't need a lot of light if you're going to grow it full time. I would probably like to put some succulent plants under these at some point, but I'm having this plant here. This is a sweet basil. It looks like the leaves are dying on it, but that's just the way they look. But I'm getting budding or something up here. I'm not for sure. I've got to Google that and see what's going on. It could be this happened within 2 days of putting this underneath this light. So this light could be the wrong spectrum lighting, and to change that, there's no settings up here, but I've got to figure out, a lot of these lights run on an app, and then in that app you can set them to the right spectrum of light, and also we could maybe set them to come on and off. But I didn't ask a lot of questions about them because that's $20 a piece and I just bought them. But down here, as you can see, it's from sprouting. Once they sprout, I'll move them up to here, and then after a little bit, I'll move them up under these lights or something. I have no idea. We're figuring this out as we go, but I know one thing, it's a lot of fun. And come on over here, Mary. Mary's going back home today. We won't see her on probably the rest of the videos this week, but she's been a big help. And what do you think about growing stuff?
I mean, it's interesting. I like seeing it, you know, produce. So, I mean, I've never gotten this far with the plant. Like I said, I've just never been able to keep the plant alive. So it's really neat to see, but it is a lot of work.
It is, and we have a lot more plants than most people would do. This channel is designed for people that wants to do anything from one container up to some raised beds. We're not doing in-ground planting and huge greenhouses or huge amounts of crops to sell. These are only for personal use, so we're doing things that most people, the average person, can do. There's a lot of farming channels out there and homesteading channels, but they're growing huge gardens. They have huge tractors and huge equipment. We don't have all that. I have a yard tractor that we mow with, and that's about it. I want to get a wagon for it so we can pull stuff around, a cart behind it, but haven't got that yet. So we'll probably get a cart before long. That'll be something coming up on one of the channels, videos before long. But we got a lot of stuff we're going to be doing outside. We got pheasants coming. I talked about that in some of the first videos. They come May 18th, and we've got food for the pheasants. You have to have special high protein food for those. I have raised birds a lot years ago. Never raised pheasants from chicks, but I've had pheasants and I've raised quails from chicks. We're going to do 35 pheasants that we're going to release back out. We're not going to eat them, but we're going to show you all when we release them and turn them loose. And hopefully they'll stick around the homestead here for a while, and we'll be able to see them for a few weeks before they migrate on off, because they're going to find places where they can hide in bushes and things like that. But ringneck pheasants are absolutely beautiful, and they're a part of Appalachian culture and history. We've been hunting them and eating them here for many years. You don't see people do it now like they did back when everybody had to hunt. But I wanted to let Mary speak to you just a minute, because you won't see her on the rest of the video. She'll be going home today. But she answered some of the comments, and you can write her on the Facebook page. The Yard to Table Appalachian Homesteading is a Facebook page that we have. Make sure to follow us on there, and make sure to hit the subscribe button on the Yard to Table YouTube channel. And but this video is just really getting started. We just got these planted and these aphids sprayed off, and we've got a lot of stuff to do this week. So I just want to let Mary say a few things and to y'all, and before she had to leave today. So what you got to say to the people that you've been getting a lot of comments and things? What's it like being on YouTube?
Well, yeah, I've never really had a Facebook, but other than just some personal things here and there, I've not really done all these comments and things. But it's kind of neat, you know. It's neat reading, you know, what you write and coming up with some, you know, witty answers, you know, and the fact that you're, you know, hanging out with us and watching when, I mean, we're just growing stuff, you know. It's neat. So we appreciate you all watching. Just hang with us, and we'll see what we get.
All right, well, we got to go and see Eddie and Mary and some people up in the mountains for a little while this evening, but this video will pick back up in just a few seconds. All right, so you saw us get the aphids off of the pepper plants, and that's been about 3 days ago, and the pepper plants are doing great. Can't complain. I can't even see any of that white carcasses or whatever it was. We must have got them all washed off. So yes, that's good news. Got those looking better, healthy, and I do have them setting outside. I will pull them back in the garage tonight. I've had them on lights or under lights because the weather has been beautiful, but it's still not warm enough for planting things that's not going to like the cold weather, like the pepper plants. The pepper plants are tropical, and they like for the soil temperature to be at least 70 degrees or warmer, that I'm finding out. And not only to germinate, once they're planted in the soil needs to stay 70 degrees or warmer. Yeah, this is April 15th, and the temperature's 85 degrees tonight, or today. It's going to be 85. It has been 85 degrees today, and that's extremely warm for April here in East Tennessee. But tonight it's only going to get to 60, and that's good temperature. But next week it's going to get in the 30s again. So originally on some of the episodes you saw me, I had planted the peppers over there, and I had planted some of the tomato plants. But once I started realizing it's not just keeping the frost off of them and keeping them from freezing that is going to make a difference on their production, it's keeping that soil warm. So we can't be putting those out until next month. I know there's some people planting them right now. It's warm, it's nice, but I do believe from what research I've done, it is going to stunt their growth a little bit because of the cold temperature, and will also cause them to start blooming because they're stressed out thinking that the growing season's coming to an end and they want to flower. There's a lot of different things that could go wrong that I'm learning about this year, but I'm happy that this is my very first garden, and it's not doing too bad. It is actually not bad at all, considering I have no experience at all growing vegetables. So we've got some lettuce. Let's talk about some of the things I got going right now. We've got some lettuce going on, some romaine that actually I had plenty of soil, so I did not put logs in this bed. And I'm noticing this red leafy romaine is doing better than what's growing down here. This is the same red leafy romaine, and it is bought at the same time, same place, but this bed does have rotten wood underneath it. So I don't know if it's an issue with the wood. So on these two beds over here, I have plenty enough. As you can see, that one has it. If I just use the regular 1 cubic foot bags, the Stay Green vegetable and flower or soil, that would be 48 bags. It's 48 cubic feet for a 12 by 4 foot wide, 1 foot high raised bed. So I got plenty of soil over here, and I've got some of the Miracle Grow raised bed soil. Not as much of that. I think I've got enough to put 6 bags on top of these two. So I'm not going to be going back and getting any more logs on this project. I'm going to go ahead and fill them this weekend on the next video coming out on the Yard to Table. Here we're going to fill those up, and we're going to put down mulch. I bought bag mulch over here, and the reason I bought it is it was cheap, real cheap. It was 5 bags for $10, making it $2 a bag. And I'm gonna think these are, let's see how many cubic feet these are. 2 cubic feet. So 2 cubic feet right there, 2 cubic feet. So I got 50 bags of it for $100. So it's not my perfect ideal situation I'd like to have out there. Eventually, I'd like to have pea gravel, or I'd like to have stone pavers. And we're gonna fix all this area. We're gonna show that on upcoming episode about putting down stone pavers that we've got from Lowe's. We actually have some over there already, some of the smaller ones. And I'm trying to come up with some kind of design, and I'm trying to decide whether to come all the way to the sliding doors and out. And so I'm still thinking, got a lot to do there. And so I'm no hurry to get started on it, especially with this temperature, weather being 85 degrees like it is this week. Next week is going to be in the 70s, so this will be a good project to start next week. But we love the fire pit. We love cooking out over here. And I'd like to incorporate my garden with the patio and bring some more raised beds, and maybe some flowers, some things to kind of encirculate, is that a word? I don't know. Anyways, you know what I mean. Come around through here and bring maybe some more raised beds of some different kinds, maybe show some different raised beds, different techniques that can be done. So that's something we might do. That's my compost bucket that I've been putting vegetable matter in. I do have this big, I think, forget how many gallon this is. This might be 20 or 25 gallon tub here that I'm going to put a pepper plant in and keep this year round. I'm going to try to make it through the winter. Yeah, I'm learning that if you can keep these little fellers right here warm, they're not annuals. They're perennials. They'll continue to live. They'll live up to 7 to 10 years if we can keep them inside, 70 degrees and warmer, and some light. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try a lot of things because I really enjoy growing things. It's really fun. The dog even likes it. Hey, dog. Angel. She's checking out the dirt. What do you think, dog? You even like the vegetables, don't you? Yep, she checks them out every morning with me when I water them. So we've got some things going over here. Here is some zucchinis, cucumbers, I believe, that we planted. Gourds that we planted right there. Here's some beans, and you can see these beans are a little dry. I don't have a tray to hold water for those cups. So they're drying out. They're a little dry. So I need to get some pans. I did get a pan on that one down there. And then some of these, I'm using these plastic containers for pans. And then, what do you think, dog? Is that tree gonna be okay? Yeah, okay. Tell them, say, I like the plants too, Daddy. Yeah, you do, don't you? That's Angel if you've not met her before. She likes the plants. So let me turn this around so you can see a little bit of some of the things that I've talked about in previous episodes and maybe didn't get to. We didn't seem to have as much luck. This is one of the Jiffy pots down in this cup here. And I guess we didn't keep these wet enough because we had way better luck sprouting things in the just cups by themselves. And then we got some of these mini Jiffies over here, and we have not had much luck with these here. We're going to try to retransplant these and get them out of there and get them into cups. We've got some kale, way too much kale. A little dab of kale will make hundreds of plants. We've got some more I don't know, zucchini, cucumbers. I'm not 100% sure. They're growing, and here's more kale. And yeah, we've not had much kale or anything that we've planted actually die out. I can tell these are a little dry. And there is some strawberries that we planted. No, wait a minute, I didn't plant those strawberries. I do have some planted over here. But yeah, no, we didn't plant those, but they are producing strawberries. I got a few of them producing strawberries. So let's talk about the thing that I was mentioning, which was our biggest mistake so far is right here. Check this out. See all this grass? See all that? That's amazing. I can't get grass to grow for nothing, but when I used this straw, I mentioned that it was not sterile. It had not been, I don't know, sterilized to kill any seeds in it, and it was chopped straw. I needed something really desperately for these beds, but now they must have been about 20% of the content had to be seeds. So now I've got some really nice fescue, looks like, growing in here that this weekend we're going to dig out and just throw it in the yard and try to get this out of here. And we've got to find some kind of different mulch cover, and finding something organic is hard to do. Not easy to do. So yeah, we have some amazing fescue growing here. So don't buy chopped straw unless it's sterilized. There's a big difference in the price when you buy it. I bought the cheap stuff. The good stuff's about $40 for probably 2 cubic feet. I paid $15, and now I've got all of that going on. And I got some onions coming up over here, and this is some broccoli and cauliflower that kind of got moved around a few times. So I've got a little bit more over here going on. So now let's notice that the trellises has come along pretty good. If you didn't see the last episode, make sure to back up and watch episode 6 where we put one of these on. Now we're missing one right here, and that's because it was damaged in shipping, and they came and picked up the damaged one, but for whatever reason they didn't bring back a good one that wasn't damaged. So hopefully that's going to show up tomorrow if all goes well. So my biggest fail so far is that I tried to use some kind of ground covering mulch to keep the water down, because I'm going to tell you, raised beds do not hold water very well at all. And we can see, as hot as it's been today, which I've not been watering this side, but you can see ground cracking, and yeah, I need some mulch on all of this really bad. Now, a question, let me ask you all, and you leave it in the comments and you let me know on your opinion, because there's people that's been growing for many years, and you all have left excellent comments, and I appreciate that. Like one of the comments were, I know that these cattle panels are very hard to get back home, and some people said they bent them and stuck them in the back of their pickup truck and then strapped them down. So you could do a couple of them that way, but the best way probably is just to get them delivered if you can. So the cattle panels, I'm missing the one. They, whatever reason, I don't know. They come and pick the damaged one up. They called me hours before they were coming, and they said, we're coming to pick it up. I said, are you bringing the other one? No. Why not? I don't know. Bring it with you, I need it. Okay. They didn't. So I didn't get to finish that, but that's this weekend. So next episode, you'll see that probably. We also have an episode that we filmed with Tracy where we went and trimmed blueberry bushes, like 40 of them. And that's one of Dustin's projects that he's editing. And he's been a little under the weather lately, had the flu and a few things going on, so he's not been working the last little bit. So hopefully he'll be better soon. But so the question is, let me tell you, when I plant the things that's going to grow on the trellis, should I plant them on the inside of the way I've got the beds? I left about, not exactly, but, and if I ever do these again, this is a really good starting point for practice, because everything's not lined up perfectly, but the plants won't 100% know that. But, so if I plant tomatoes, do I plant the tomatoes on the outside and let them grow up this way? Gourds, cucumbers, zucchini, squash, the different climbing plants, beans. Should I plant them on the outside and then make more shade in the middle here for plants that's not going to like so much shade? Now I know peppers love a lot of sun, but I also know that the sun will scald the peppers, and they're late in the summer coming to fruit, the sweet peppers are. So I can use this with sun shades, screens. They got things you can put on here to block the sun. So I could block the sun and keep some things in here, put it over top of whatever's growing, maybe. I don't know. I just wanted to ask you all your ideal on, should I plant things on the outside or should I plant them on the inside and then let them grow on the inside, and then plant other vegetables on the outside? And then also, if I do even plant the cucumbers and beans, they're gonna grow up. So I'm gonna have room to go right down through here. So I'm gonna be finding more things to plant. Probably will buy stuff that's already started as it comes out, especially as it comes out when it's a little warmer and I don't have to keep it up and carry it in and outside every day and every night. So yeah, I'm not gonna buy a whole lot more right now until I can get ready to plant it. But I'm gonna go ahead and plant this. Mary's coming again on Saturday to help me work, and we're gonna put in the rest of the soil, fill the rest of this in. Hopefully the last panel will be here tomorrow, and hopefully we're going to put in the mulch in here to make this look better. And I just used these little brick, and I've got some more of them left right over here, as you can see, just to kind of define the border, because I want to keep this grass away from the beds, because if you're having a weed eat it, it slings onto the metal and sticks, and no, we don't want the grass, the weeds or anything into the vegetables. So what we're going to do with the grass we're pulling up, and we'll show you some of that too. I actually bought grass seed several months ago and some straw, and we never put it out, but I'm still trying to get grass to grow here. As you can see, I have a lot of weak spots, and I've got plenty of soil, stay green, to fill both of these beds and some more beds. So I'm not going to go get wood, but I'm going to put some straw in the bottom of both of these, and I have been cutting out the weed barrier so that earthworms and things can come up through there. Yeah. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. I just, every morning I get up and can't wait to get some coffee and come out and look at what's been growing on, you know. And I've been challenging you all to go buy one plant, even if it's just one plant, to try to see what you can grow, even if it's just in your windowsill, back porch, steps on your back porch, your front porch, whether it be a vegetable or a flower, whatever it might be. I encourage you to try to grow something, and hey, if I can do it, you can do it. I have absolutely no experience growing vegetables at all. As I've been telling you, no experience growing vegetables, and it's been really amazing to see things grow and become to actually care about these plants, wanting to see them prosper and then eat them. I can't wait to make the first salad out of here. So it's going to be absolutely wonderful when we can make our first meal. It's going to be a salad. We're going to have cucumbers this year. We've got some potatoes over here, some onions also planted. Give me some ideas of what you all think else I could put in here. I like growing it whether I eat it myself or not, because I know other people will eat it. And so yeah, we're going to keep on growing. And let me know what you're growing in the comments. Let me know if you used to grow. Let me know if you're going to grow along with us, because I've had, believe it or not, I've actually had some people comment, email, and say, John, guess what? I'm going to grow something with you, because it's something I've not done in many years, but watching your videos, you've kind of encouraged me to grow something. I know what it is. It's that they look at me and say, if that idiot can grow something, I can do it too. So it's something that I'd like for everybody to let me know. If you're already growing something, what are you growing? And if you're not growing anything, if you start growing something, take pictures of it. Take a picture of it when you find it at the store, the big box store. You're gonna find it at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. Local small time nurseries is really good. We have no more of them around here. So if there's something like that that you can find to bring home, put in a pot, take a picture of it, document it as it grows, and email me. And my email will be in the description below. And we're gonna get off here and go in and edit this video so that you can watch it in the morning. Guys, I just really want to thank you all, for everybody that subscribed at the filming of this on April 15th. We're about to hit 2,000 subscribers. My next goal is 2,500. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and also follow us on the Appalachian channel with John Ward. Guys, appreciate y'all. See you next time. Bye-bye.